Hello, everyone. This is Luis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 20. As always, here's our disclosures. This content is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing any investment advice. Understand that this is not tailored to any individual, and everyone must understand their time horizon. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and all investments and trades involve risk, including the loss of your original principal. We'll be covering the news, the market overview of the indices. As you can see, earnings season is dwindling down. We went from over 1,000 companies last week to 375. So we got a little bit of slim pickings this week, but I did my best to provide you, as always, with about 20 companies to look at this week. Here's our week 19 results. Provided 28 zones, went 2 for 2 in stocks, 5 for 1 in options, no entries on 15 vehicles, and one stock closed in the zone on Friday. Here's what our earnings outlook is for the week. Again, got about 365 companies. I'll try to give and provide something for every day. I went ahead and I added our stock outlooks on what worked and didn't work during the week. And that brings our stocks year to date 30 and 21. And for our options, I went ahead and I added this week's trades as well. And we are 63 and 14 on the options front. Moving into our news, as you can see on Monday, we don't have anything affecting the markets. For those of you trading the British pound, just understand you have a report coming in after hours. Moving on to Tuesday, we got PPI report pre-market, so it might cause volatility on the open. And we have Chairman Powell speaking at 30 minutes into the open, so that might cause some volatility spikes in the market. So be mindful 30 minutes into the market. Moving on to Wednesday, we got several PPI reports. They're going to all be before the market opens, so that might cause us some volatility at the open, so be mindful of that. Moving on to Thursday, we got unemployment claims pre-market as well, so we might have some increased volatility at the open. And finally, Friday, nothing affecting us for the day. All right, moving into the charts this week is going to be a little bit different. I'm using a different platform because Thinkorswim is under getting processed to transfer to Charles Schwab. So if things look different, here we go. I'm gonna use the ETFs instead of the indices this week because I don't have access to them on TradeStation. However, it's the same chart. Starting with the SPY, also known as the SPX, you can see that we came into this supply zone at 522.05 to 524.65. This zone has already worked. It was a lower time frame zone, so be cautious of that. And then on the demand side, still have our 497.40 to 493.47. In the event that this doesn't hold, we have another level here at 489.07 to 482.85. Moving on to the Qs, also known as the NDX. First demand zone I have for you is 427.48 to 420.44. Moving on to IWM, also known as the RUT. Again, same levels, same chart on the IWM. We've come to this level again. This is what's been holding us since last December. We got 205.54 to 212.42. And on the demand side, 187.47 to 183.24. And lastly, the Dow Jones DGX, or the DIA as the ETF. You can see we've come into this supply zone. We try to come to it on Friday, and you can see we're coming off a little bit. However, that level is 396.06 to 398.80. And on the demand side, 377.49 to 370.55. And looking at this right now, I'm going to give you the same level we have on the NASDAQ. And that's this level right here. And that's going to be 382.43 to 378.83. All right, moving into earnings for the week. First company we have Legend Biotech. So for Legend Biotech, they're reporting on Monday. First supply zone I have for you is 54.09 to 57.69. And on the demand side, 35.43 to 32.85. Next company is Alibaba. The Amazon of China. So on the supply side, we got 85.83 to 90.32. And on the demand side, we got 76.33 to 73.36. And this is the level that the turn happened from, and that's 68.91 to 66.39. Understand and be mindful that Baba likes to gap a lot. So just take that into consideration when and if you take a trade. Next company is Home Depot. So for Home Depot on the demand side, 314.89 to 397. And on a larger time frame, this is the level that's been holding up Home Depot for quite some time. That's 293.26 to 245.45. On the supply side, we got 405.70 to 421.36. Next company I have for you is SE. On the supply side, you got 70.70 to 74.98. In the event of an overshoot, you got 82.75 to 88.38. Moving to the demand side, we got 31.90 to 26.26. Next company for you is Sony. So for Sony, Sony's been struggling this year. As you can see, it's just been doing nothing but dropping. So the first demand zone I have for you is 68.10 to 66.03. And on the supply side, you can see this level has already worked. That's 84.93 to 87.14. In the event of an overshoot, you have 88.32 and $90. Next company, On Holdings. This is the level that's been holding On Holdings down for quite some time. That level is 35.60 to 40.23 on the supply side, and the demand side, you got 22.22 to 20.85. Next company I have for you is Monday.com. So on the supply side, 219.66 to 232.38, and on the demand side, 144.45 to 133.16. Next company is Cisco. So for Cisco on the supply side, 51.81 to 52.67, and on the demand side, 45.68 to 43.39. Next company is Copa Holdings. On the demand side, 88.62 to 85.50, and on the supply side, 117.45 to 121.20. Next company is Walmart. Walmart has no supply. They did a big split. I believe it was a 4-to-1 split this year. So companies only have $60. However, our first demand zone we got for you is 56.87 to 55.86. And we got 54.53 to 53.34 in the event of an overshoot of this level. Next company is Baidu. This is another Chinese stock, just like Alibaba. Just understand that these companies like to gap a lot. So take that into consideration when and if you take this trade. 86.29 to 73.44 and 128.01 to 136.43 on the supply side. Next company is John Deere. So John Deere on the demand side, 368.90 to 357.99, and on the supply side, 423.60 to 441.50. Next company is Nice. So on the supply side, you can see we almost got there and missed. So that supply side is going to be 272.45 to 287.32. And on the demand side, you got 179.43 to 174.72. In the event of an overshoot, you got another level right under it at 171.92 to 164.85. Next company is AMAT. So AMAT has no supply. First demand level I have for you is 172.38 to 160.24. Next company is Globant. Supply side, 209.89 to 219.20. And on the demand side, 140.63 to 135.27. Next company is RBC. As you can see, this level is the level that's been holding RBC. Held once, held twice. 243.87 to 237.77. Utilize this area with caution. And on the supply side, 283.64 to 288.39. In the event of an overshoot, you got the 222.29 to 213.93. Moving on to BRKR. Demand level is 66.07 to 63.87. And on the supply side, 87.87 to 91.87. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the charts this week. And as always, here's my contact information. Feel free to check out the website for upcoming courses of me teaching on how to capitalize on this information that I'm producing on a weekly basis. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me. If you're not following me on social, please go ahead and do so as I provide updates on trades throughout the week. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that like button. And as always, till next time, happy trading. And for all you moms out there, happy Mother's Day.